I accidentally cut it off. Well, I was just photographing this, and I was saying I was taking a train to Buffalo, which is western New York. So, like I just said, the sun rises in the east, and it arcs around, and now it's beginning to set, and then it sets somewhere around here, and then it starts again. So when my train pulled in, it was facing this way. It should have come in on this track coming here, and then we head there, because on the map the trains only go east-west. They don't arch around and then go like a plane, like now we're going to taxi. Hang on, we are headed to your grandma's. We just got a taxi down the runway. It's not like that. So I think the screen misunderstood, and it was another train that was now boarding. And I didn't stick around because I'm like, what? This isn't headed to Buffalo. This is always the direction it heads when it goes to Buffalo. I just said, I'm sorry, but I happen to know otherwise. So now I have this ticket that I paid $50 cash for that I cannot return because I didn't even want to look upon the faces of the people trying to lie to me. Here's this nice little ground cover. Oh, it's all over. And watch, it's okay. I'm looking for 3 leaves. It's shiny. Ooh, what is it? Poison ivy. Ooh, pretty. And it's right next to strawberries. You want some strawberries? I'm allergic to strawberries. No, you're not. So a lot of these trees were brought in as gifts. Let me take a picture. From Canada. And they surely did last a long time. Just unfortunate that a lot of them are dying. I mean, I don't know what you do with this kind of tree bark. Look at it. Look at how deep it is. Look how, I don't know, take a picture. It's like prehistoric trees looking stuff. It helps to be a babe in the woods, really does. Just totally innocent, because, I mean, if you knew all the potential dangers, you wouldn't be able to move. In which case, you're one of those where you just stay put till help arrives. Now, you really shouldn't move if it wasn't your intention to get too far off of a path and you feel like you're lost. Just stay put for a second till you get your bearings. Love is strange. Hey, I was born near the woods, and the woods was my playground, but I wouldn't even balance across this big tree. I just wouldn't. But some of my friends from Waterville, we went up to Thatcher Park, and there was about a 4-foot drop underneath and just a dried up brook. And they were climbing all over it with their head held high, not one bit afraid. I was like, I'm different kind of person that likes nature. All right, that's some kind of garter snake. I don't know if I'm catching it. Crikey. Yes, these types of snakes, they coil together in these huge mass coils, and they mate for who knows how many days. That I recognize. Moving along. It's not the kind you see in your garden all the time. Usually a grass snake is green, just like the grass. And those in upstate New York, those types of snakes are really not poisonous. And they will bite you because they're terrified of you. I don't mean to wake this person up. See the level of tolerance for other people? If that was me, they'd be like, hi! And it'd be this whole family. Leave them alone. Want to be off the grid. When you hear those, why do people want to be off the grid, Mommy? Because they don't want to pay their bills. Let's go. It's like... Some bunch of blue jays. Like I said, I'm noticing blue jays are back around. And I saw some yellowfinch, but it was really weird. It was on Washington Avenue as I stood at the bus stop. A yellowfinch flew into view and then just flew off. I'm like, what was that? It's not something you see. You see it in somebody's backyard. So very, very big, tall trees. Managed to last a long time. This is a tree bark I am familiar with. Oops. I'm going to zoom in on it. Very texturized, flaky. I'm not so much familiar with this, which is why it's like for many, many years, I guess these Canadian types of trees were seeding and growing. I mean, I think you'll see. I'll do the very final portion of where I'm used to, but there's many entrances and exits to Vale Park and Vale Cemetery, and you'll see that these trees they are massive, and they usually are labeled. It's like somebody wants to decorate in their own way. It's like the Father and Jesus is like, this you will call? I'll call it a fern. Look what I made. No, let's focus on this, what I made.